Hey, Foodiegang, what is going on? What is going on? Happy Saturday. And because it's Saturday, you already know what this means. You're tuning to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, Season 3, Episode 108. I believe we are just chugging along. Hit that like button up top the screen. Share this video with your friends and subscribe to the channel and join the channel. Today we are going to be making loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians, and I'm going to show you guys again how to make grits. I have been craving grits and you guys have been asking about them, so today we're gonna get into it. So I have all my ingredients here, and let me walk you through what my ingredients are. So we got the grits back here. Got the grits right here. We got Tabasco, garlic salt, dash seasoning. I always call this Mrs. Dash though because that's what I'm used to. And we got the Big Bang Taco seasoning. I have put together this seasoning blend because I make a lot of Mexican food and I always need taco seasoning. So I just made my own. The recipe is in the video description. We got black pepper. I don't know how I feel about this. We got a little bit of sea salt. That is the salt that I prefer to use. And we got the sour cream. You know, we're making loaded hash brown potatoes or hash brown patties for vegetarians. And this is the type of hash brown patties that we are going to be using. And these are frozen, so they'll be in the freezer section at your local grocery store. And then we got a little bit of tomatoes. And then we have our peppers and onions here. Can y'all see me okay? Can y'all see me okay, Foodiegang? So we have onions, red bell pepper, orange bell pepper, and yellow bell pepper. So when I said loaded, I meant loaded. We're gonna be putting a lot of toppings on our hash brown patties, and then we're gonna be making grits to go alongside. So we got our green onions here. And then we got a little bit of cheddar cheese for the grits and for the hash brown patties. And we got avocados. So it's like the color of my shirt. We got avocados and we got eggs as well. So we got a lot going on here. And let me turn y'all a little bit. Oh, and we have the air fryer back here. I'm going to be putting the hash brown patties in the air fryer. If you want to make them on the stove, you can. It is totally, up to you about what you want to do. But we're going to put our hash brown patties in the air fryer. I have a little bit of coffee here. And it is Saturday Foodiegang breakfast. You know how I feel about breakfast. It's one of the things I really like. The first thing that we're going to get started with is going to be the grits. Just because we want to make sure that they get soft. So, that's our ingredient list. We finna get started. Are y'all ready, Foodiegang? Are y'all ready? Okay. So, we're going to move our ingredients back here. And we have a lemon here because we're going to make lemon water for our breakfast. So we got a lot to do, Foodiegang, so let's get to it. Let's get to it. We are back in the kitchen. I hope everyone is having a great year so far. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do for my grits is I want to get a pot of boiling water on the stove. And let me see if I can there we go, back y'all up a little bit so you can see a little bit more. Okay, so we got our pot right here. I'm gonna put some water in it, and we're gonna get that nice and hot. We want it to be a rumbling boil before we put our grits in there. so that our grits do not clump up. And then we are going to get our hash brown patties ready to go into the air fryer. So we're going to be doing a little bit of cooking. Y'all hear me out there? Y'all hear me? Okay. So we got our water on. And we're going to be making these babies right here. Put those right back there. We got our water on the stove that we are going to get to boiling. Let's do this thing, Foodiegang. Let's get to cooking. Okay. So we're going to get our hash browns ready to go into the air fryer. So I got my rack right here. And like I said, if you want to, you can cook your hash browns on the stove. It is totally up to you. But I'm going to put them in the air fryer. Put a little bit of water in, a little bit of salt in here. And then I'm going to toss this lid on so this water can get really, really hot. Quickly for the grits that we are going to put in there. Okay, and so we're gonna get our hash browns ready to go into the air fryer. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe it's already a new year. Okay, so yes, but I really like the air fryer. The great thing about the air fryer is you don't necessarily have to put you don't necessarily have to put any oil, and you still get that crispy, that crispy filling. That makes sense. That makes sense. And then I have my hash browns here. I'm going to put some foil on the end of these, and I'm going to put these back into the freezer. Okay, so we have our water for our grits heating up. We have our hash brown patties in the air fryer. I'm not going to quite turn it on yet just because we have to do the grits. And, excuse me, we have to saute the peppers. So I'm going to give it a little bit second. But one thing that we can do is get our lemon cut up for our lemon water that we're going to make. And so when you get fruit or vegetables from the store, you always want to give them a rinse. So I just like to give that a rinse. And then we're going to get our cutting board out. We're going to get our lemon cut up. Get that ready. And then in a little bit we are going to get the peppers sauteed for our loaded hash brown patties that are going to be vegetarian. But if you like bacon, they typically do loaded hash brown potatoes with bacon, sour cream, green onions, and cheese. So, but if you're vegetarian, you don't eat bacon, you don't eat meat. So what do? You load it up with vegetables, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we got our cutting board right here. We got our little cup for our lemon water. I'm going to put some ice in there. that right there. Let me get our lemon cut up. Let me get our noise. It's breakfast time. It is breakfast time. Okay, so we're gonna get our lemon cut up. When I cut my lemon, I like to cut a little bit of extra, I like to cut extra lemon because I know I'm gonna use it. So what I'll do is have it in the fridge. Okay, so when you do lemon water, you can squeeze the lemon in your water, or you can just put a couple of slices in your water. I am just going to put a couple of lemon slices in the cup, and then I'm going to pour water on top. You know, see that? My ring light is out to get me. Okay, so we are making our lemon water. So yeah, you can do it a couple of different ways. You can, ooh, it's getting crazy over here. Can y'all see? Okay, so we got our water right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this lemon water in the fridge while we wait to get everything else started. This is our lemon water. Ready to go. Hit the like button, Foodiegang. Hit the like button. Okay, and like I said, when I have lemon and I'm cutting some, I will cut a little bit of extra lemon. Oh, let me get my gloves on so I can look professional. Okay, let me show y'all. I got the black gloves. I don't know why I felt like I needed to whisper. But, yeah, when I cut lemon, I'll cut a little bit of extra lemon. Just so that I can have it in the fridge. And then sometimes I'll leave a little, you know, a piece of it. Like, I do like, I'll just show y'all. I'll just show y'all what I do, Foodiegang. Okay, so when I cut my lemon, I'll cut it like that. And then sometimes I'll cut it into slices. But either way you want to cut your lemon for your lemon water is totally fine. And some people like to squeeze their lemon in. That is okay too. It's kind of, you know, but it's up to you. It's up to you. Okay, and our water for our grits is pretty much ready. So we're gonna put our grits in here very, very shortly. Okay. So as you guys can see, my water is boiling. My water is boiling, very, very hot. And then I have my grits right here. Oh, normally there's like a little side on here where you could like pour. Guess they haven't got it on this one. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay, and then I got my measuring spoon right here. So we're gonna just put our grits in there. And what I like to do when I have my grits is I like to stir them in. And then if you have a whisk, then you know this is a great time to use that if you have one. Hold on. Get the right spoon. Here we go. And this is always awkward for me because I'm left-handed. So, let's see. Put a little bit in there. And then give it a stir. And at this point, I'll turn it down because it will start to, you know, like really bubble. I'm going to try to adjust you guys and see. Hopefully my camera doesn't fall. And y'all be okay, but if y'all fall, I will catch y'all. Foodiegang. Do not worry. And so, put a little bit more in there. Okay, so I got my grits in here, and you can see how I'm just slowly adding some grits, and then I'm giving it a stir, making sure that I don't have any clumps or anything like that. Want to mix them in and pour them in slowly. We are making loaded hash brown patties, and this meal is going to be vegetarian, so there's not going to be any meat in there. So I have my grits in here. I'm just going to give them a quick stir. You keep stirring them. Ooh, and you see how the grits are starting to pop? So when that happens, what you want to do is take it off the heat and turn your pan down. Because when the grits start popping like that, it gets dangerous. So just turn it down, take it off the heat, let it cool down a little bit. And, you know, when you're making your grits, add more water if it starts to get like too dry, because I like to cook my grits so that they're soft. I like to cook my grits. I put a little bit of hot sauce in here, a little bit of salt, pepper, butter. Y'all will see. Y'all will see. Ooh, foodie gangs. We're trying to get y'all. Okay. Okay. Angela, what's going on? Angela said, hey, 907 in chat. Hey, Angela. I'm making some grits. And I'm making loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians. You know, I like to do a variety of different meals over here, a little bit for everybody. And sometimes I'll do something for the vegetarians or the people who want to eat less meat. Or, you know, if you pick a day out of the week to not have meat, this is a great meal for you. So yes, this meal is going to be vegetarian. So, we got a little bit of everything to go on top of the hash brown patties. We got our peppers and onions that we're going to saute up. We have egg, avocado, cheese. I have tomatoes here. So we are going to be eating good today, Foodie Gang. And Andrew says, sounds good to me. I sometimes eat vegetarian lately. Yes, you guys know I love breakfast. So I just think the more breakfast recipes you have, the better, you know? And there's just so much that you can do with breakfast. We have a little bit of Tabasco sauce. Yes, y'all, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so I put black pepper, sea salt. I'm going to put Mrs. Dash, and this is a salt-free, or it claims. It claims it's salt-free. But y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it is. Oh my goodness, we got a superstar in the building. Auntie's Advice Lifestyle Podcast said, good afternoon. Did you put salt in the water? I never salt my grits when cooking. I did put some salt in the water and I put some more salt. And Auntie, y'all go ahead and subscribe to Auntie's Lifestyle Podcast. She's always producing content and she be letting me know when something don't look right or looks different. Okay, so we put a salt in there, Tabasco, black pepper, dash seasoning, and one thing that we're gonna hop over to now, or we're gonna start cooking our hash brown patties. That's going. Okay, and then we're gonna hop over and start sauteing our peppers and our onions for our patties. Loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians. Okay. How is everybody doing today, though? How's everybody doing today? So we got our grits on right here. Oh, I gotta put butter in there before I forget. So you can mix cheese into your grits, or you can just put some on top. It's totally up to you. Okay, I'm going to put some butter in there. Give this a stir. And some people like to put milk in their grits as well instead of water. I've seen grits be cooked a lot of different ways. Some people even like to put sugar in their grits. I've never had them with sugar before, but that's really popular. So, so many different ways to cook. And that's one thing I absolutely love about cooking is that there's just so many styles, so many ways to cook. And all that stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna move these to the back burner and I'm gonna just let it cook. When you have grits on the stove, you want to keep stirring the bottom frequently so to make sure that it doesn't stick. So, like you want to keep an eye on your grits. You don't want to just leave them forever. So, we got the pan here for the peppers. We're going to turn that up. And I'm going to put a little bit of butter in the pan as well as some more oil. And then we got our hash brown patties in the air fryer. And let me show you guys what we are going to be sauteing. So, I have my onions right here, red peppers, yellow peppers, and orange bell peppers. So, these are bell peppers. I got some onions here. We're going to saute these up very, very soon here. And then, like I said, when you have grits on the stove, keep an eye on them just because you don't want the bottom to burn. And you want them to cook evenly too. So I like to stir my grits every so often. A little bit of oil because I have a lot of butter in there. Okay, so shout out to everybody for hitting the like button. And then we are going to start to saute our peppers. Some stir back here. Okay, so we are making loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians, and we're making some grits as well. We got our grits on back here, just low. I'm gonna make sure that I stir it every so often. And then we got some tomatoes here. We got our peppers and our onions on the stove. We have an avocado, egg here, and cheese. So we got a lot going on, Foodiegang. We got a lot going on. Okay, so I have a little bit of homemade taco seasoning, and I put the recipe in the video description so that you guys can make taco seasoning at home as well. It's actually very, very simple to make taco seasoning at home, and I've used this in a couple of recipes, and that's the thing about it as well. And when you make your own seasonings, you're going to make a lot of it, so you can utilize that same seasoning in a lot of other recipes. So I've been able to do a lot with this homemade taco seasoning. And my seasoning has salt in it, so I'm not going to put any more on top. Hey, Brina, you done snuck up in here. Hey, Brina, what's going on? Oh, and Angela said it really makes a really good point. She said store-bought taco seasoning is too salty. That can be true. And also, if you are using a seasoning blend, you don't necessarily have to use salt, because a lot of times the seasoning blends will have salt in them. So just keep that in mind. But how is everybody doing? Brina, I got my Cash App back and working. And we got PayPal. So many ways to, keep the stove on over here at 907 Goodies now. I know we were down. We were down to a couple different, a few platforms, and you guys let me know how unhappy you guys were. And Brina said, I'm doing good. Notice your love, of course, about to take the boys on an adventure. Laugh out loud. Well, have fun, Brina. And I did not notice this, but when you guys do send me stuff on PayPal, there are messages. So I read your guys' messages, and I was like, oh my goodness, they were so sweet. So thank you guys for all the support and all the love and the positivity. And I'm glad that you guys enjoy these cooking videos where we are in the kitchen making food. And Rena knows the struggle. We started with Cash App, went away for a little bit. We are back to it. And so Chef Big Bang 31, and you'll see a picture of me on there as well. And the link to make sure that you have the proper Cash App is in the chat and in the video description. So today we're making loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians. We got our grits over here that we're gonna taste in a little bit, and then we got our peppers and our onions over here with some of that homemade taco seasoning, black pepper. These are just about done. So, but how is everybody doing today? Ooh, look at that. They're just these vegetables, these peppers and onions are gonna be so good. I can already tell. And so I like my vegetables to have a little bit of crunch. Depending on how you like your vegetables is how you can cook them. It is totally up to you. We're gonna bring the grits back over here, and we're gonna do a little switcheroo, turn these down. Now, when you are tasting your grits, be careful because they are very, very hot. So, don't hurt yourself. What I'm going to do is I grab the spoonful and I'm going to put it off to the side, let it cool down a little bit. And let's see how long we have left on we have 4 minutes left on the hash brown patties. And I want to make sure I get them super toasted, just and really, really crispy, just because we are going to put some toppings on top. And then we have some tomatoes, we have some cheese, green onions, egg, and avocado. And Brina said, did you add sugar to your grits? No, I do like a salt and hot. I do Tabasco, black pepper, and I put Mrs. Dash in here. I don't make my grits sweet. I'm gonna put the sour cream in the fridge so it stays cold. But we're gonna put a little bit of this on top too. So we got a lot, y'all. It's a lot going on here. Hit the like button, y'all. It's a lot going on here. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more butter into the grits. Okay, so we got our peppers back here. Peppers and onion. Can y'all see me okay? Can y'all hear me all right? Some more salt in there. Brina said, oh, I know some people do when I'm driving. If you don't see me respond, laugh out loud. Well, Brina, you be safe. I want you to be safe and foremost. Celebrate. I said, hey. And I'm curious to know, what type of adventure are you talking about? What you got planned, Brina? What's up your sleeve? You can let me know later on if I see you out here in the YouTube streets. Or tomorrow, but not while you're driving, baby. Be safe. Okay. So I added some more butter, salt, and water. Alright, y'all. It's finna get real in a minute here. We finna get our avocado cut, make our eggs. And we got our grits on. What I like to do, even though it's an instant grits, I like to cook my grits so that they're very, very soft. Okay, so we have another pan here for our eggs. The hash brown patties are almost done. Yes, Brina, be safe. But shout out to the Foodiegang. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button on your way in. We are making loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians. And we are making grits also. The hash brown patties are in the air fryer. The air fryer just went off, so it's finna go down. And we're gonna get our avocado cut up. We're gonna get our eggs going. We finna get this show on the road, Foodiegang. And shout out to the Saturday Foodiegang breakfast. This is a members only live chat. So join the channel and become a member so that you are able to be a part of our members only live chats. Okay, let me look at the hash brown patties and see if they're crispy enough. And we'll kind of go from there. What do y'all think? I think I'm going to flip them and go longer. Now this is hot, so be very, very careful during this process because everything here is hot. So I'm going to put like maybe 5 more minutes on there and let those cook for 5 more minutes. I just want it to be super crispy, so when I put the toppings on there, it's perfect. Shout out to the members for keeping this channel going. And Rena said, yes, I drive responsible with other people in the car, but it's a red light, but then them taken to a Illusions Museum and then roller skating. That sounds so fun. That sounds like so much fun. And Rena said, OMG, I love hash browns. Look what you're doing. Yes, we are making loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians. So normally there's bacon, sour cream, cheese, and green onions. But we're doing it differently today because we're not doing the bacon, which is for vegetarians. So we're going to hook it up. And Andrew said, who doesn't love hash browns? And Andrew said, right? Yes, hash browns are so good. So these are the hash brown patties. So in the store, you can purchase hash browns from the freezer, but you can also get them in a patty form. So I just love potatoes for breakfast because there's so much that you can do with them. Oh, don't even worry about typos, Foodiegang. Your secret is safe with me. And it makes you so mad when you type something and then you think it says one thing and then you send it and you read it and you're like, what was I talking about? And it's just, the typos be slipping through the crack. And sometimes it'll be your phone with the autocorrect. So, okay. So we got the avocado here. Gonna cut this up. You know, some people cut avocados really good, but it'd be nerve-wracking. Okay, so have you guys ever heard this? That the pit, I think it's called, in the middle keeps the avocado fresh. So a lot of times what they used to do at my old job is they would make guacamole and leave like 2 or 3 pits in there. That's what they would do, y'all, and it would keep it. They had good guacamole, so that's what they would do to keep the avocado fresh. They would leave the pit in there. Look, them little ladies, they knew what they was doing. Okay, whatever they said they had to do, I let them do it. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know the way. Y'all been cooking for a long time. They know the way. Okay, so I'm just wrapping up the other half of the avocado and putting it in the fridge. And I'm going to give my grits a stir. So just because I don't want to leave them too long without being stirred. I put 5 more minutes on the hash brown patties. We finna be eating soon here, and these grits are nice Icy thick. Okay, so we got the avocado here. And Angela said that is a good cooking tip. Yeah, you know what? A lot of the cooking tips that I really learned, you guys, honestly came from the kitchen because they would be working around the same ingredients every day. And if you have a particular station, you're going to get really effective at it. And so they taught me tips that I never even knew about or I would have learned, you know? It's like they taught me about, rolling burritos really good, about the trick with the pizza cutter. The pizza cutter to cut the quesadillas. I just learned so many tricks from the kitchen during, the time that I was in the kitchen. I just learned so many random tips. But when you're in the kitchen, one of the things that you want to do is you want to get more effective at your job so that it's easier to do it. And so they were always looking for ways to make their job more effective. And so like that was the goal, It's to not work hard, but to work smart, Yeah, I feel like I just saw a flash. Okay, so we got our grits here. We're finna start our eggs. We're gonna give our grits one last taste. And our hash brown patty just went off. So they should be ready. And we're gonna get those situated as well. Let me grab another spoon. So I can get ready to take the grits. And you know how I like to clean as I go. I feel like when you clean as you go, when you cook, it makes it a lot easier to clean up at the end of things. So, I like to clean as I go. I'll wash dishes as I go as well, just so that it doesn't get too crazy. Okay, we're going to put that. And then this is the pan for our eggs. We're going to switch to this. Switch the game up. We're going to get this situated. And then we got our hash brown patty right here. Okay, so this is for our eggs. We got our grits on back here. Um, we got our hash brown patties that have finished cooking. And one of the things I want to do, I kind of want to throw these back on here. Throw these back on here, get these nice and hot. I think I'm going to put the tomatoes in here, let them cook up a little bit. Y'all finna see. But tap the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the channel for more great content and more perks. And so you don't get locked out of a live chat. Okay, we're gonna put the tomatoes on here and let them get a little bit of heat before we put them on. Okay, we're gonna let this pan get back hot. We're gonna start putting some of our stuff on there. And you can cook your egg however you would like. It's totally up to you. You can make it however you would like. I got a little bit of shell in there. So when do y'all taught me this trick? Use the eggshell to get up the egg pieces. So when y'all taught me this trick? Use the eggshell to pick up the pieces of egg, and it actually works really good. So this is what we got so far. We have our hash brown patties with peppers on there, and then tomatoes. I'm gonna put a little bit of cheese on there, and we're gonna make this look real nice and fancy for our foodie gang. We're gonna make it look like somebody's coming, cause somebody is coming. Us. And we're just gonna make our egg over there. Okay, and Angela says, those toppings look beautiful. You can always put meat on the side if desired. Yes, that is very, very true. If you want to add meat to this, you can do that. That's a really, really easy substitution. But if you're someone who is, you don't eat meat or you're vegetarian, this recipe is perfect for you. And I'm just going to get a little bit of grits while our egg is cooking. Yes, and like Angela said, you can always substitute any of my recipes if you see something that you don't like, or you see a particular ingredient that you don't like, you can always substitute it, and you can always add, or you can take something away. It's totally up to you. Okay, so we got a little bit of grits there. We got our egg here. Let me see. I need a spatula. I need a spatula. Okay, and then we're going to put another egg on here. And that's another thing. Speaking of substitutions, you can add any toppings or take any toppings away. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. We finna be eating here pretty soon. Let me be careful. Let me be careful. Okay, so we're gonna run some water in here. Okay, y'all. So we are doing the plate up for our loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians. And I'm going to grab some sour cream here. And then I'm going to give you guys a closer look of what's going on here. I had a container here. Foodiegang, so why you took it? Okay, I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, we gotta do this container. Okay, now I'm gonna get some sour cream. Actually, psych, I gotta pull the top off. So this is our sour cream that we're gonna be using. And Angela said 907, you will be a great private chef for individual parties. I could see doing that. I would do something like that when my daughter got a little bit older. So then I wouldn't be, having to be somewhere else. But I could see me doing that. Have y'all ever saw that show called Down Below? I think that's what it's called, where they like work on a boat. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a lot going on here. Let me just get cleaned up a little bit. Woo! This is the exciting part when you get to eat. Okay, so we got our grits right here. Something simple, nothing major, nothing major. But this right here. Okay, so we got our loaded hash brown potato or patties for vegetarians. We have our 2 eggs. We have 4 hash brown patties, 2 eggs here. We got some peppers, some cheese, avocado, sour cream. Oh my goodness, we got a little bit of everything. So, y'all know how we do it on Saturdays, Foodie Gang. I like to sit down with y'all. So, and do a live taste test. Look at this. Mm, this looks, oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I'm going to hurry up and get us to the table. So this is everything right here. Let me reposition everything. Okay, y'all. I'm going to hurry up and get us to the table because we got to hurry up and get to it. It's looking so good right now. Let me get y'all situated. Bring y'all over here to the table. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We got the set right here. And Angela said that is a great mixture of flavors, textures, and temperatures. I agree, Angela, and I am so excited. Let me grab the food and the lights. And I am coming. And I got our lemon water here that we made together in the beginning. We have our lemon water. We are just cooking up in here, Foodie Gang. All right, Foodie Gang, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. I kind of want another coffee. But, oh my goodness. Okay. Let me move my light down a little bit. Okay. I got a lot of stuff around here. Okay. Let me get some things out of the way. Oh my God, I forgot to grab paper towels because this is going to be a messy one. We have loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians. So there is no meat in this recipe. So we have eggs sunny side up. We got some tomatoes, a little bit of avocados, a little bit of everything. And then for you breakfast lovers who like a lot of food, we have a little bit of grits right here with some cheese on top and some green onions. And we also made our lemon water as well. So we got a lot to get into. The first thing that we are going to start with is going to be the star of the show, which, let me, in my placemat here, I gotta slide it back. We finna get into it. And as always, you can support the channel by hitting the Cash App, sending a super chat with your thoughts, um, Zelle, Venmo, so many ways to support the channel. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Have we done enough? Okay. Is everybody hungry here? Is everybody hungry here? We're gonna get into it. Gonna give it a try. We finna see what it's hitting for. We finna see what it's hitting for. Oh, I'm gonna just leave my phone alone. I'm gonna just leave it alone. But can you hear me now? You know what I mean? Can y'all hear me, Foodiegang? Let me know. Can y'all hear me? And Angela says, Chef is cooking with love, y'all. Yes, I am. Okay, so I just had some of the vegetables with the taco seasoning on there. And we have orange bell peppers. We have yellow, red. So we have a little bit of everything. And then we have some onions here. And I put a little bit of my homemade taco seasoning on there. It is so good. Okay. And just that loud and clear. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna make sure y'all can hear me. I think I'm a hold on. Let me change my phone holder and get some more napkins. No, maybe I should just. I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, I did get the napkins though. But okay, Angela said loud and clear, so we're not having any sound issues. We're gonna get this show back on the road with the taste test. So I have the peppers and onions with the taco seasoning, really, really good. Now, let me cut into this egg. If you don't like runny egg yolk, make scrambled eggs. And we got the sour cream that we're gonna get out the way. Oh. But yes, make scrambled eggs if you do not like runny eggs. It took me a while to accept runny egg yolk. And when I was growing up, we only ate scrambled eggs. We didn't even I didn't start eating it like this till I got older. Mmm. Trying to get my shirt dirty. Ooh, wee. That tomato with that egg and that hash brown patty is so good. Mm. We haven't even tried the sour cream. Hey, Liliana, what's going on today? What's going on? Okay, y'all, so the kids are getting ready to go back to school. So it's like that 2 weeks flew by. Okay, so we made loaded hash brown potatoes for vegetarians. Loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians. Yeah, we got a little bit of everything here. I mean, delicious. And then we have our grits, and we have our lemon water that we made together. And Liliana said, enjoy your breakfast. Looks amazing, chef. Thank you so much. You know, this is our Saturday Foodiegang breakfast, and I really love breakfast. Wow. That sour cream is a game changer. I'm telling you, when you have loaded hash brown patties, that sour cream is necessary. But if you do not like sour cream, don't worry. Just don't put it with your meal. But if you like sour cream, oh, you are gonna love it with these loaded hash brown patties. So good. Okay, so we have a little bit of patty back here with a little bit of egg. It's dripping, y'all. A tomato and sour cream. Oh my goodness, here we go. This is just so good. And we got our grits here. I just realized I don't have a spoon. We're gonna go grab a spoon in a little bit. I want to try with you guys the avocado with the hash brown, egg, and tomato. And let's see what it's hitting for. And Blaze said, not gonna lie, I skip actual breakfast most of the time. Days are long and they typically start very early. You know, I have actually heard a lot of people say this, that they actually don't eat breakfast. I feel like you either love breakfast or you don't like it. You know, um, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys ever eat breakfast for dinner? There is I have a food group on Facebook, Foodiegang fan page, but there's a member of my food group who he said that he only eats once a day. And so what he will do a lot of times is he will make breakfast for dinner. Do you guys eat breakfast for dinner? Um, I just tried it with the avocado. It was amazing. And Angela said, absolutely. But yes, back on Cash App. Woo! Back on Cash App. We got everything going. We got PayPal, Venmo. You can send a super chat. And so I'm super excited for 2025. And Blaze said, I love breakfast, but I'm generally in go mode. all the time that breakfast doesn't even factor into my day. Blaze. And I feel like a lot of people feel that way. And I think that it makes it a lot easier when you have somebody to make breakfast for you. If you are blessed to have someone that cooks, like it does help because not everybody has time to cook a full course meal. Mm. And for me, I like my hash brown patties to be really, really crispy. Whether I'm eating them by themselves or using it for this, I like them to be crispy. So we got a little bit of everything going on here. We got hash brown patties. We have sauteed peppers and onions. Blaze, I'm so sorry to hear that. He said this year started a little rough for him, but he's beyond grateful to see another year. That beats the alternative any day. I agree with you about everything that you just said, and my year kind of started off a little rough too. I actually overslept on the first day of the year, so I was just like, "What does this mean?" But I hope that your year gets better, and even if your year does start off rough, you may, still hope for a great year. Mm. Angel said, I'm definitely going to make this breakfast soon. Yes, give it a try. Super simple. You can get a packet of hash brown patties. I think it's like $4. You get some peppers, onions, egg, or you're vegan, so you're gonna make it how you make it. Which I'm very curious to see if you're gonna have this vegan, how are you gonna make it? Because like I said, the great thing about the recipes here is that you can always substitute them or change things around. Okay, y'all. I'm trying to read the chat, y'all. Sometimes my chat be looking a little funny on here. I don't know what be going on. Okay, I got some of the taco seasoned sauteed peppers and onions with a little bit of the hash brown patty and some sour cream. So we're gonna see what it's hitting for. Mm, so good. So during the week, I don't have time to like make elaborate breakfasts like this. But on Saturday, we have a little bit more time. So I love to make a really good breakfast on Saturdays for y'all. Because we have time. Mmm. That is delicious. Delicious. Oh my goodness, that was so good. It's that sour cream. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm trying to read the chat. Let me see. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Blaze. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Blaze. I hope that you are feeling better. Y'all put some hearts in the chat for Blaze. Oh, okay, so Angela is vegan and she's gonna make this at home. She's gonna replace the egg with vegan refried beans. I think that is a very smart replacement. Beans do have a lot of protein as well. And Blaze says, so good, and her brother still couldn't get a plate. Blaze, you know you can get a plate. And not only do I show y'all the way to make good food, I give y'all the recipes here. I give y'all the recipes. Now, let me go grab a spoon. I'm just forgetting everything. I was so ready to try this food that I forgot everything. And Angela said, I will keep you in my prayers, Blaze. Yes, we will, Blaze. And I hope that you're feeling better. And car accidents can be so irritating. I say irritating is because, you know, you got to go through insurance. And dealing with insurance is so complicated. It just seems like, in my opinion, it seems like they just want to say no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, Blaze, we hope that you're doing fine. We're happy to see you, happy to hear from you. Like I said, you know, when I see some of you guys out in the chat and you was here from the beginning, it makes me happy because I know you're doing okay. You know what I'm saying? So look, but let me grab a spoon. But hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Okay, I'm back. I got a spoon. Let us get into these grits and let's see what it's hitting for. See what it's hitting for. Okay, we got our grits right here. We're gonna move this to the side. Okay, we got move to the side. We got our grits right here with a little bit of cheese in the middle. So we're just gonna give it a stir. And as your grits sit, they're gonna soak up some of that liquid, which is why I like to make my grits a little bit, you know, like extra, like runny kind of. Because as they sit, they're gonna get thicker. And Blaze said, I'm good, still in a little pain and sore as hell, but I'm resting up for the weekend. My body is giving me no choice in the matter. But yes, Blaze, go take, you know, rest. Take care of yourself. And do what you feel is best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what the doctors say. Listen to your doctors. Listen. But yes, you know. See, sometimes life be like that. Like, I feel like a lot of times God will make you sit down. Grits. So good. So good. Oh, and we got a little bit of that cheese in there. Grits is good. But this is the real star. But shout out to the Foodiegang in the building. We got a lemon water that we made together. Okay, so I'm gonna try some of the hash brown patty with the peppers. Oh, okay, so let me know, you guys. I may have some time to get in to do a dinner tonight, and I wanted to know, and I might do a poll on this as well. I wanted to know if you guys want barbecue chicken sliders or shrimp fried rice for dinner. mm, I'm telling you. And Angela said they both sound good. I know. Fried rice or barbecue chicken sliders. What do y'all want? Which one do y'all want, Foodie Gang? Oh my goodness, you guys. These hash browns are so good. And this is, a nice way to get your veggies in. And we did make the hash brown patties in the air fryer. And then Liliana says, Chef, you look like you're full and tired. Pass the plate. Laugh aloud. Me and Blaze trying to get some. Laugh out loud, and Angela too. You know what? It's so hard when you eat to not go to sleep. But no, I will not share with y'all. But I'll give y'all the recipes. This is so good. And I got my grits here. This is a lot of food that I know I'm not going to finish. But what I'm going to do is save it for lunch. For lunch. But when I see y'all, I will cook for y'all. Okay? Liliana, you haven't had grits before? Have you ever had polenta? Have you ever had polenta? Grits, polenta are kind of in the same family. No, I'm not, Blaze. when they invent smell-o-vision, I'm gonna share my smells with y'all. And Liliana said, nope, no polenta either. Cream of wheat, well, it's kind of like a breakfast cereal. And polenta is the same thing as grits, but polenta is yellow. They are a derivative of corn, I believe. I'm not sure how all the processing works, but oh my goodness, I got a little stain on my shirt. Y'all didn't even tell me, Foodie Gang. But yes, they're really, really good. And then with grits, one of the dishes that's really popular is fish and shrimp and grits. And so I love fried rice. I recently made authentic Mexican rice that starts by frying the rice first, froze half the batch, and ate up the frozen rice the next day. Yes, you are right, Angela. That is traditionally how it goes. You fry the rice up first, and then you add in everything else. Um, but yes, y'all, fried rice or barbecue chicken sliders. What do y'all want for dinner? Um, I think I'm gonna have some time today and get another live and do dinner tomorrow. We're gonna have the Foodie Gang food panel here for our Sunday show, and then we're gonna have Sunday dinner. So a lot of live streams planned for this weekend. Make sure you have the notification bell turned on so you get notified when we do go live. And Liliana said she wants some soup. You know what? When I went to the grocery store the other day, um, I made sure. What's on my lip? I made sure that I grabbed some celery and carrots so I can make soup. But I didn't know what soup I was gonna make. I was just getting ready, so I knew it's cold here too. Hold on, y'all. Let me just take this last bite. Last two bites. Mmm. When you just because you're eating vegetarian doesn't mean that whatever you have doesn't have to have flavor. And that just means that you need to season your vegetables really well, in my opinion. Mm. Okay, so I used to work at Goodwill. Remember? I said remember. No, y'all don't remember because I wasn't there. But I used to work at Goodwill, the place where it's like you give them your stuff and then they take it and they sell it back to the customers, right? Okay, my chat's doing something weird, so let me try to see. Okay, so I used to work at Goodwill, and the manager would bring an avocado to work like every day, and she would just eat the avocado by itself because the avocado has a lot of health benefits and has a lot of like healthy fat in there. I'm scared to hit any buttons. If you guys were here the other day, when I went live with my family on New Year's Eve, my sister was actually hitting the button on the camera and turned the whole live off. So I am scared to hit any buttons. But yeah, she used to bring her avocados to work every day, and she would eat the avocado like by itself, and she would just be telling me like how healthy the avocado was. And I just remember having that talk with her. And then under here, okay, so this hash brown patty has peppers on it, and then this one has can y'all see it? Tomatoes underneath. Ooh. Okay, this one has tomatoes underneath. So, and then it has an egg on top with a little bit of cheese and a little bit of black pepper. But fried rice or barbecue chicken sliders, I may put a poll up. See what y'all want for dinner on my community wall. Um, and Angela said I had a former coworker who often ate a whole avocado for snack. Yeah, that's what she would do. She would bring it to work, and then she'd be like, you know, this is a healthy fat, and she would just eat the whole avocado by itself. I tried doing it, y'all, but it's a little bit too much for me. It's a little bit too much for me, like to just eat it whole like that. I mean, I get it, but it's too much. These peppers and onion with the season, taco season on here is just so freaking good. Yeah. I want to order the loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians. That was so good. We have a grits here that I know I'm not gonna finish. I just wanted to show you guys how to make grits. Now I know a lot of you guys. I've actually had a lot of questions about like the simple stuff, like how do you make grits? How do you make gravy? How do you make rice? It's actually the simple things that you guys want to, But another successful breakfast. Okay, so we're still undecided about dinner. Um, barbecue chicken sliders, or I think I have some shrimp in the freezer, so we'll do a shrimp fried rice. Still undecided about which one to do. I'm gonna do one of those. So I'll see y'all back here at dinner. I'll set up that live stream as well. And then tomorrow we have the Foodiegang food panel here. Here we're gonna talk about Trump and the FDA and what he wants to do for 2025. And then we got Sunday dinner. So we got an action packed weekend. Y'all make sure y'all turn the notification bell on. And Anna said, "Oh, I mean, sorry, Liliana. See, you know when you have food that's so good, you start talking crazy after. That was what I just ate. Some good food. And Liliana, you right. I think I am tired. But she said, okay, I'll see you later on. And Angela, speaking of that, it's on my lip. Okay, I got a little announcement, something I've been thinking about doing. Okay, so Angela said your videos are great for kids to learn how to cook. I think you're absolutely right. And we did a live stream on my daughter's channel for the first time ever. I was a little bit nervous about. Hold on, let me see if I can get some lip chat. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get some lip chat, cause I got my bag here. Let me see if I can get some lip chat. This ain't right. Okay, so I went live on my daughter's channel for the first time. There we go. And we had a great time, right? And I've been having a hard time on my first YouTube channel of getting it monetized. I actually started this YouTube channel second, and I was able to get this one monetized, but I've been having a hard time getting Ava's Playtime monetized because I don't have time to edit. So we went live for the first time, and it was so cute watching Ava run the live. It was so much fun. And I was like, you know what? Now that we did that, we are going to go live over there more. The reason why I was a little bit nervous about it is because YouTube has really strict guidelines for children's channel, and hers is a children's channel. So we did that first live stream, and Ava was showing you guys what she got for Christmas, and we had a lot of fun. And I was thinking, okay, we gotta go live over here more. And I was like, well, what can we do? And I was like, you know what? I should do some of my cooking that I do. I should do some of it on Ava's Playtime. Like when me and Ava get together and we bake cookies and all that stuff. I can do some of it over there. And so, Angela, you are absolutely right. I think kids, I can teach kids how to cook. And I think that we always talk about how people can't cook and all that stuff, but it starts when you're young. So I'm gonna be making some content for Ava's Playtime where I'm cooking. One of the things I want to cook with the kiddos is mini blueberry muffins. So I'm gonna do some cooking. I'm gonna still be over here on 907 Goodies, cooking for y'all all the time. I'm also gonna do a little bit of my cooking lives for Ava's Playtime. Yeah, and we're gonna get Ava's Playtime to where it needs to be. I think it's a positive channel, and I just love it. And I had a lot of fun watching Ava run the live. And I was just in the background, let her do her thing. But thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel today and stopping by the kitchen. We made loaded hash brown patties for vegetarians, and we also made grits. And shout out to the members only. I wanted to show y'all my appreciation. Shout out to the members. Thank you guys so much. Join the channel so that you can get exclusive perks, emojis, and so much more. And Angela said, thanks for watching this live today. And I will see you guys a little bit later for dinner. We are going to decide what we are going to do. And y'all tune in to see what I decide upon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below after this live stream. You can always support the channel and keep the stove on and send a donation. Hit the super chat, super thanks after this video airs. We're on Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. But thank you guys all so much for tuning in. And have a great um 2025. Be positive today. Be happy people out in the world. Shout out to everybody for coming through. And I am your host, and this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. I'll see you on the next one.